Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, many folks in our state have turned to unconventional ways to make money in this past year. Some examples include starting their own businesses, making their own masks, and also becoming the superintendent of the Providence public school system. What is up, everybody? I'm Shay Weintraub. I'm 3 Claritin deep right now. Thank you, allergies. And this is Anchored, a Rhody-themed, late-night style, low-sodium option for the Ocean State's sea-saltiest opinions. And today we're talking about TF Green Airport, the TF standing for tourist-free, the Democratic Party of Rhode Island infighting that is reminiscent of the time when your aunties came to blows during the Feast of the Seven Fishes because one thought it would be really funny to bring goldfish crackers. And finally, we sing Bye-Bye Miss American Pie to yet another tract of land that Brown University pointed to and said, mine. Let's get to it. On May 21st, it was announced that TF Green Airport would begin servicing flights to Pittsburgh, Norfolk, and Charleston through JetBlue's budget airline Breeze Airways. Oh boy, said an anonymous Rhode Islander, new layover destinations. At the press conference announcing the newest partnership, Warwick Mayor Frank Picozzi took the opportunity to remind the world and all 5 people watching the live stream that TF Green Airport is located in Warwick, not Providence. I get it. It's fairly annoying when the pilots and the flight attendants say, "Welcome to Providence." Believe me, I understand. They're spitting lies, utterly false statements. How dare they create this false narrative that anybody is welcome in Rhode Island? No. No more people. We saved our 2nd congressional seat, and that's all that matters. But I do see how it can be frustrating that the airline industry can't get this one thing right when it comes to flying into Rhode Island. But come on, y'all. It's not like there's some big conspiracy by them to eliminate the existence of Warwick from the national conversation. No, trust me. James Woods did that a long time ago. A long time ago. Speaking of political things that make you say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph Shikarchi, have you heard of the van list? Ah yes, this isn't your normal haul the kids to practice as they screech out Kids Bop at 172 in my Toyota Sienna minivan van. This is the Voter Activation Network van. Per the Rhode Island Democratic Women's Caucus, the van allows candidates to plan and manage voter outreach effectively, and without it, candidates are severely disadvantaged. For Rhode Island, the van list contains pertinent information like voters' names, their addresses, and which one of your 27 cousins they know so that you can conveniently attend that Victory Day family barbecue this year. But per state tradition, no one hates Rhode Island Democrats quite like Rhode Island Democrats, and while the van list is technically for all Democrats, it's not really for all Democrats. On May 24th, the Rhode Island Democratic Women's Caucus sent out a memo calling for equity in the state party's proposed contract for campaign technology providers, that being the Voter Activation Network. This call for equity stems from the official Rhode Island Democratic Party stating, "We alone will always decide who uses van, how, and when." That is obviously said in Rhode Islandese, which roughly translates to the English sentence, "Tough if you want this list so bad, you're going to have to win without it, and then we'll let you use it when you run next election cycle. Get respectfully." Well, we almost made it a month without Brown University man-spreading all over the east side, proposing to build on more land that they won't have to pay taxes on. But here we are. On May 17th, Ward 1 Councilman John Gonsalves distributed a petition to the affected neighborhood and beyond and expressed his concerns over the proposed dormitory, and he asked for community members to share their displeasure as well. Among the complaints are the destruction of a few historic homes, the removal of local businesses without relocating them, and worst of all, asserting they need to build a new green space when they already have enough green down at the bursar's office. Now, if you're feeling a little confused about why a school that's so selective needs to add more dormitory space, we'd like to clear that up for you. See, in the fine print, you'll notice that Brown University now requires students to live on campus for 6 semesters. And I know that I went to state school, but I'm pretty sure that math means students must live on campus for the first 3 years while they're at college. That's just rude. How else will students learn to grow if they're in a dorm through their 21st birthday? How will they ever learn that they'll lose their security deposit for stapling a rubber gecko to the wall in order to create a homemade rainforest cafe if they're not allowed to spread their wings? It's a true crime. Well, that's all we have for today's episode, folks. But before we dip out, I want to remind you that we have a new podcast. Join myself and my co-host Elise, the very polite but misinformed young lady at City Hall, according to Buddy Cianci, as we take a deeper dive into the news of Rhode Island today. Lastly, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our brand new YouTube channel, @Anchor the Show. Stay salty, everyone.